Welcome to this Nifty Payroll tutorial. I want to show you today how to backup and restore. The backup restore function sits in this last column, the admin column, the first one. You click on it, takes you into the backup and restore folder. Now, you've worked on your payroll for the month. You've finished, you've done your reports. You want to make a backup, you come here, you click save to data file, say yes. Okay, you say save to backup, yes, okay. You've made 2 copies of your data file. I'll explain each. Now, the one called data file. So I'm in here. You can see this Alan Todd, Alexis Norman, etc. The purpose of the data file is to allow you to switch between multiple companies if you use more than one company on Nifty Payroll. Let me switch. So right now we are in sample. If I say restore from data file, it takes me to the data file folder where now all your companies will be. And you can see it's just, in my case, I only have 2 companies. I have company sample and company trial. If I click on trial, it opens company trial. You can see trial company down here. If I open payslips, it's different. Now it's Jane and John. I work. What do? I come, I save to data file. So I've saved, whatever changes I've made have been saved. And I can restore. We are in trial. I want to go to sample. I go to sample. And you always have to log in after restoring. If I go to reports, who do I have? Alan Todd and Alexis Norman. So sample has different information than trial. So that's how you switch between data files. Now there is this option called backup. Backup is a way to make copies of your data file that don't get overwritten, right? The data files that we did, you only have 2. I've made backups twice and I still only have 2 files, because what happens is every time you make a backup, this file is overwritten for sample. Every time you make a backup again, this file is overwritten for trial. But you have the other folder here called backup. You can see what happens is that in addition to the name sitting in the data file, I have the date and the time that these backups are made. The purpose of this is to create a series of backups which you can use to refer should you wish to go to a specific point in time in the past to check maybe there was a change in information and you wanted to check the history of it before. That's what the value of these things would be. Okay, so it works exactly the same way. So I'm in sample, I make a backup, save to backup, check the time, 10:18. If I come to the backup folder, I have that backup, right? If I wanted to restore an old one, I could. I won't show you restoring for this. Now, what do I recommend? Remember, these files are sitting on your C drive. So if something happened to this computer, your software, which is these things, and your data file, your current data file, plus your backups would all disappear. If your computer crashed, if it was stolen, etc. So what I recommend is your backup folder should not be sitting on your drive C. I recommend you subscribe to a cloud storage facility. So you can do Google Drive, you can do Dropbox, you can do OneDrive. If you don't know what cloud storage is, go to the internet and Google it. It will explain what cloud storage is. These storages are free of charge for a certain volume of data. So in my case here, I'm using OneDrive. And you'll see that the OneDrive I'm using is a free one. You can see here it says you're almost out of free storage. This is free, right? Now, if I can just briefly explain what a cloud storage folder is. It's a replica of the folders that are sitting in your cloud folder on your computer that sits on the internet. So there is exactly all these folders you can see here. There is a replica version of this on the internet. And every time I make a change, these ones are on my computer. So even if I was offline, I could work with these files. But anytime I connect to the internet, what happens is that these files get synchronized to, so if let's say I had made some backups while I was offline, you would see a different icon here that says that it's not yet updated. So for instance, let me make a quick backup. Okay, first of all, before I make the backup, the first thing you want to do is to change the backup folder from your local drive, your local C, or rather from your non-cloud folder to a cloud folder. So let me go browse. I go to my OneDrive. I go to my Payroll backup. And I say okay. So now you can see I'm on the folder that is on OneDrive. If I make a backup and I go to that folder, you'll see that the icon is different. It's telling me sync is pending. It's not yet updated. If you go to your thing, you can see there's an icon there that says sync up, not yet done. If we wait for a minute, you will see that the file will then be synced. There you are. You can see it here. It's saying uploading, and you can see the time. And once it's fully uploaded, you'll see this icon change. Okay, so now this file, which is on my local computer, is also on my cloud computer. So anytime something happens to this PC, or I get a new PC, all I have to do is install my OneDrive, log in to my OneDrive account. These folders will be brought from my OneDrive that is sitting on the cloud, and copies will be regenerated onto my local computer, which will mean that even though I lost my old computer, I did not lose my backups. Now, if let's go here. If you do lose your computer and you have your backups, the software for Nifty Payroll is always available from the demo file. You always install the demo and then you restore. So the demo, you would come, download this, and you would run it, and it would install your Nifty Payroll. Then you would come and you would say restore from backup, having logged into your OneDrive or whichever cloud folder, and you would just say restore, and your data would be back to normal.